What are the biggest challenges facing Canadians today?
Biggest challenge, I think, is just the economy and just trying to make ends meet. I think that's the biggest challenge with most people nowadays. So
division of opinion. People, sort of COVID has been very divisive for people.
Probably just the change of everything, the change of economics and culture and just all that, the change of everything. Everything's changing so fast, technology. Everything's changing rapidly, and Canada's trying to be one of the leaders. And we're part of the G5, right? So we're trying to be the leaders, and it's got to be pretty hard to, change laws and infrastructure to keep up with the changing world.
Getting back to work. I just started my first day after not working for 2 years, and there's anxiety and all kinds of stuff going on. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, trying to shift from working from home to going out to the job site again and getting back into it.
Polarization. That's the biggest issue. We're turning to a lot of the U.S. form of government, and it's troubling. I think we can do better than that. I think Canada's a better country. I think we can do a lot better.
I'd say like grocery, gas prices, things like that. But unfortunately, if you're uneducated, getting an education is like the most important thing to be beating inflation. If you are going to school and you're doing good at your job, there shouldn't be any problems.
The pandemic and how that's going to unfold, whether there's going to be, additional variants, and, the economic situation. I come from a part of Canada where it's less affordable to buy housing than it is here. So I think the economy and our general welfare are the two things I'd pick.
I think the biggest challenges is the inflation right now, and all of the prices are going up, even not to mention the gas and the food, and that's what's really concerning, and it's just going to continue. And but it's most what my heart goes out to is people that makes less, and those are the ones that really struggles. That that just work from paycheck to paycheck, and we just got to do something to help.
Healthcare, definitely. I mean, it's. I'm from Ontario, and our healthcare is declining rapidly. Our hospitals can't get nurses.
The price of everything today, the way she's all going sky high, yeah. I guess you would call it the rate of inflation, yeah. And this bank rate, that's scaring the hell out of me, yeah. What's going to happen there, year or two? Wow, yeah. Keeps going the way it is, Canada's going to be in a mess.
Well, certainly the interest rate going up. Some of the people have never lived with interest rates that are more normal. The lowest our interest rate was for mortgages was 10, 10.5, 11, although it did go up in the 80s to really high. So I'm afraid that they've overextended themselves, and anybody relying on a low interest rate in the 2 to 7% range is going to have a difficulty.
As a young person, I find it incredibly hard now to get into the housing market when people are overpaying by like $50,000 on a house. Like, it's crazy.
The fact that we continue to do very little or nothing about climate change, the fact that we seem to be stuck between liberals and conservatives, the conservatives who say very little of worth, the liberals who say lots of stuff that sounds nice but don't do a whole lot, and until we actually get some genuine, authentic electoral reform, we're going to probably stay stuck in this trap between two parties who have lots of power but very little interest in actually governing.
It's to get back into into the groove of things, like back to so-called normal life, whatever that is. Like, that's what I want for my kids, my grandkids. I wanted to get back to how we were.
One of the challenges, we do have rising interest rates, and I think we have a lot of consumer debt, and so I think those are big challenges that will face individuals and families in the coming year.
You have to keep your doctors happy, your doctors and nurses, and give them what they need. There's certain parts of the country where there's not enough doctors. They don't feel appreciated. They're overworked. Nurses too. I used to be a nurse, so And we're an aging society. I'm in the demographic that's aging, and I haven't had to use the healthcare system yet, but God willing, when I do need it, I hope that it's there for me.
I'd say mostly workers shortage. I think that's the thing that no one escapes. Like every business has struggled with finding employees and workers, and I think that would be like the main concern on my perspective, yeah.
I can't speak for all ages, but at least my age group is just finding a passion and that allows you to live off of your passion, you know, make a living. I think there's a lot of jobs out there and a lot of pressure to go to university, and it's just hard to find something that you truly love doing every day and making a living off of it. So.
Income not matching what's got to go out, probably with prices going up, food prices going up, rent going up, housing market going up, and income's not. And actually, from what I understand, the lack of jobs possibly, or acceptable jobs as well.
I think the biggest challenges facing Canadians today are basically inflation and the cost of living. It's one of those worldwide issues that I think all of us are facing, and between that and rising interest rates, I think the average Joe is challenged in terms of paying those bills and living the life that they hope that they can.